Hello, this is Mitch Davis bringing you your weekly Horned Frog update. Men's basketball faced Oklahoma State last Saturday in Schollmeyer Arena, where they pulled out a 20-point victory. It started off a bit rocky for TCU as Oklahoma State jumped out to a 12-point lead within the first 5 minutes, but the Frogs dominated in the second half and ended up with 6 players scoring at least 10 points or more, including a 12-point and 8-rebound effort from senior Ahmed Hamdi off the bench. This was a critical win for the Frogs as they head into the final stretch of conference play in the brutal Big 12, where every win matters. Reagan Peebly's women's basketball team has exceeded expectations this year with a 17-9 record. They played Kansas State on Saturday and took care of business. The Frogs would never trail throughout the game, winning 87-70. A big part of that is because Amy Okonkwo posted a double-double, putting up 22 points and grabbing 10 rebounds. But there's still a lot of work to be done if the Frogs want to be dancing in March. It's official, TCU baseball is back, beginning their journey to a potential 5th straight trip to Omaha. TCU faced a good team in the Dirtbags of Long Beach State last weekend, and the series was even 1 game apiece before the Frogs won Game 3 on Sunday 5-2. TCU scored all 5 runs with 2 outs, including a 2-run triple by catcher Zach Humphreys in the first inning. The bullpen has proved to be a strength for this year's team as they pitched 10 2/3 scoreless innings for the series against the Dirtbags. Hopefully, this will be the year the Frogs will not only make it to the College World Series, but win it. This has been your weekly Horned Frog update. See y'all next week.
Brandon Hatfield was just a kid chasing a dream. His dream was to be a kicker for a Division I football team. Coming from a small school in Ontario, California, and having no scholarship offers, he was recruited to go to TCU as a preferred walk-on. Shortly after arriving at TCU, Brandon received some terrible news.
I showed up that summer and actually was doing the physical like one of the first days, and our head trainer goes, you realize that your knee's swollen? And I looked down and like, not really, I mean, it feels fine. What are you talking about? And he's like, well, we'll get an MRI on it and we'll check it out. And did the MRI, and he revealed to me when he gave me the results, he had said, you tore your PCL on your left knee and you're not going to be on the team this year.
He and I talked a lot about that when things like that came up, but I can definitely say he handled it a lot better than I probably would have. Would be tough to handle for anybody, but it definitely taught him humility, and it taught him that football can be a huge part of your life, but it doesn't define who he is.
I showed up in August, started school, and was just kind of going to the games here as a student.
But when Brandon's junior year came around, he was ready.
Well, the next game we played Iowa State at home, and it was a blowout, and they had told me at the end of the game, if we get another field goal, you're going to try it. And trying not to overly freak out, and there came a point, and there was a 38-yard field goal, and put it right through, and it was more than I could have imagined. Looking at the score and seeing my name, how is that possible? How is my name in the scoring thing on the ESPN app? It's crazy.
We never expected to see him in, and then all of a sudden we see him out there, and we started freaking out. But I came over and I asked him to sign this hat, because he was now not just somebody who was on the team, that he had contributed in a real way.
But kind of the rest of the season, I was the starter. I didn't expect 1 kick in 4 years. Having all those experiences as the starter were unbelievable. I would say a dream come true, but the 1 kick against Iowa State was a dream come true. There's a verse in the Bible that says, with God all things are possible, and it says all for a reason. It doesn't say some things, it says all things.
Brandon has overcome not being highly recruited out of high school, relegation to the student section, injuries, and setbacks. Nonetheless, will be getting his degree in sports broadcasting this May. This has been Mitchell Davis with TCU Athletics, signing off.
This is Mitchell Davis giving you your weekly TCU Sports Report. Today's a special day for TCU students. Kenrich Williams is hustling his way to the NBA. The prodigal son, Jamie Dixon, has returned to TCU. They'll be serving beer at Lupton Stadium during the baseball game for the first time ever. He now is going to be projected as a second-round pick in the NBA draft and will be going to the Combine this summer. It's been an up-and-down season for TCU baseball so far, but they really knocked this weekend out of the park. And he's going to be leading his Frog squad to the NCAA tournament. Horned Frog fans, this is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Something wonderful has happened. G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
You expect a lot of voices like that coming this season to TCU basketball. TCU basketball is going to be going to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 20 years, as Jamie Dixon's squad is going to have 4 players coming from either New Zealand or Australia. So now when the athletes are working hard on the field, you can just sit back and have a cold one.
This has been your weekly Horned Frog Update. I'm Mitch Davis, signing off. See y'all next week.